Okay. Good morning, Dr. Rochester, administrators, teachers, judges, staff, and my fellow students. My name is Quin Pep. I am a 5th grader in room 21, Mr. Phillips' class. Today, I will be presenting in the category of original composition. The title of my selection is Adversity, written by myself. First and foremost, the word adversity means difficulties and misfortunes throughout our lives. At this age right now, as 5th graders, we've all probably been through difficult times. Most of us as African Americans have ancestors who have been through misfortunes. Point being, these difficulties and misfortunes are what help us stand out in life. You see, it makes you stronger knowing that after any adversity coming your way, there is always a way to rise up. Personal adversity is always tough. For example, I'm saying I'll go through a lot. I'm not explaining all of that because it's too personal, but I'd say I've gone through too much to be only 10 years old. See, I was born with a hernia, which is when part of an organ in your body is displaced and it exits through the wall of cavity in your body. My hernia was called groin hernia, which is the most common hernia for human beings. But it is removable, so I did get some surgery for it. As I speak today, my dad is not here. Don't get the wrong message, he's not dead. He's not in a 350-mile radius or anything, but he's still alive. So after my father going away and some surgery, I'm still up here today talking to everybody in this auditorium about adversity. In the year 1619, African Americans started suffering through slavery in the form of 3 parts. The first part was called the first passage, which is when African Americans would get kidnapped and traded to become slaves. The second part was called the middle passage, which is the journey across the Atlantic Ocean. And the third part was called the third passage, which is when slaves would get auctioned to their new slave owners, to their new slave plantations. And African Americans have suffered this for about 250 years. And the fight for equal rights still wasn't over. Because about 80 years later, the civil rights movement began. Then African Americans started marching and protesting with picket signs saying, we want desegregated this, we want desegregated that, we want equal rights now. We didn't get equal rights because of the color of our skin tone. Okay, that's a huge example of adversity. But anyway, before I get too deep into this, adversity can come in many forms, whether it's personal, whether it's historic, whether it's anything else. But you must remember, after any difficult times, after any misfortunes, after any adversity, after any rough time given to you, you must learn to rise above. Thank you.